Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. It appears that Triple H might be forced to make changes to the WrestleMania 41 match card following what happened on WWE Raw in Brussels on Monday night. WWE is in the midst of the Road to WrestleMania European Tour currently. Jey Uso was set to face Austin Theory 1 week after he defeated Grayson Waller. His match with Theory lasted only 29 seconds, with the Yeet Master earning the victory and also having a brawl with the reigning World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, whom he will face at WrestleMania 41. However, the fact that the match lasted less than a minute led to WWE getting backlash from fans. According to a report from Sports Illustrated, the official video of the match on YouTube had more than 65,000 dislikes, which could cause some changes in plans for the show of shows. The controversy could force the game to push the former United States champion in the coming weeks. How could this happen though? Triple H could have Austin Theory turn babyface and turn on his A-Town Down Under partner, Grayson Waller. That way, the faction would split and the two superstars could feud and go on to face each other at WrestleMania 41 before moving on to singles action. While this is only speculation currently, the two stars have been rumored to break up for a while now. From the time they lost the tag titles, there have been hints of discord among them, with Waller expected to turn heel in this potential feud. Triple H is seemingly not a fan of active wrestlers taking up on-air authority roles. According to Sonya Deville, in an interview with Ariel Helwani, she opened up about why Triple H rejected her idea of becoming a general manager following a serious injury back in the summer of 2023. Deville had an executive role on Raw and SmackDown for 16 months, January 2021, May 2022, but left her position to return to the ring before injuring her knee later. In the world of professional wrestling, few figures are as influential as Triple H, having transitioned from an iconic in-ring career to becoming one of the key decision-makers behind WWE's operations. He holds a unique position in shaping both the creative direction of the company and the careers of its superstars. As the Chief Content Officer and head of WWE Creative, Triple H has played a pivotal role in determining who gets pushed, who stays in the spotlight, and who fades into obscurity. However, one question looms large in recent conversations. Could Triple H be forced to push a former WWE United States champion due to online backlash? To examine this, we need to look at several key factors: WWE's relationship with online fans, Triple H's creative style, the role of backlash in determining character pushes, and how public pressure can influence the direction of a promotion. Let's dive into these areas and analyze the possibility of this scenario playing out. In the past, the relationship between fans and promotions like WWE was more distant. The decision-making process, especially regarding who would get a push, was almost entirely in the hands of promoters, bookers, and talent scouts. Fans could voice their opinions, but their influence was limited to the attendance at shows or reactions during broadcasts. However, the advent of social media has dramatically changed this dynamic. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and YouTube allow fans to instantly express their opinions on every aspect of WWE programming, from storylines to in-ring performances. This level of immediacy means that WWE is constantly under scrutiny from its fanbase, and when the audience expresses dissatisfaction with a particular character, storyline, or decision, it can quickly become a major talking point. Take, for example, the backlash that followed the booking of certain talents in recent years. For instance, when WWE consistently pushed Roman Reigns as the top babyface in the company during the mid-2010s, fans voiced their displeasure through "Roman sucks" chants and vocal criticism online. While WWE continued to push Reigns for a period, the criticism didn't go unnoticed, leading to a shift in character and storylines that ultimately made Reigns one of the most respected superstars in WWE today. This shows that fan backlash does, in some cases, play a significant role in influencing WWE's direction. In this context, it is entirely possible that Triple H, being acutely aware of the power of the WWE universe and its online presence, might find himself under pressure to push certain talents due to online criticism. Triple H, as a wrestler and now a creative mind behind WWE's direction, has always been someone with a strong vision. He's known for his appreciation of in-ring talent and for giving opportunities to younger stars. While Vince McMahon's booking style was often characterized by a top-down approach with a focus on established stars, Triple H has tried to implement a more meritocratic system where talent is given more chances to prove themselves. This can be seen in his handling of the NXT brand, where he emphasized match quality, storytelling, and character development. However, Triple H is also acutely aware of the commercial side of the business. WWE operates as a global enterprise, and decisions are not made in a vacuum. Sometimes, fan backlash might not always align with what is best for the business in terms of drawing revenue or maintaining merchandise sales. As a result, while Triple H might want to cater to fan demands, he also needs to balance this with what will keep WWE financially strong and attract new audiences. That said, the current environment in WWE is very different from the past. With fans more vocal and with public relations playing an increasingly prominent role, it's possible that Triple H would feel the weight of fan demands more than he might have in the past. If a superstar who had once been a prominent figure, such as a former WWE United States champion, were to be sidelined despite widespread online support, it's likely that Triple H would face mounting pressure from fans, wrestlers, and even shareholders to change course. The relationship between online backlash and the direction of talent pushes is an undeniable one. Over the last several years, we've seen how social media-driven campaigns have helped shift the fortunes of several wrestlers. One of the clearest examples of this is Daniel Bryan, whose rise to the top in WWE was driven in part by an overwhelming fan campaign. Despite WWE's apparent reluctance to push him as a top-tier star at the time, fans refused to accept anything less. The #Yes movement became a viral sensation, with fans making it impossible for WWE to ignore the demand for Bryan at the top. Eventually, WWE listened and gave Bryan the main event push that fans were clamoring for. In this case, online backlash plays a powerful role. The audience made it clear that they didn't care about WWE's predetermined direction for the show. They wanted a different champion. WWE had no choice but to alter their plans to satisfy their most vocal and influential audience. Another example is the wave of support behind Sasha Banks and Bayley during their time in NXT, where fans created a groundswell of support for the women's revolution. The result? A push that elevated both stars to main event status. As WWE continues to lean into its acknowledgement of social media as a powerful tool, the chances of fan backlash influencing pushes increases. If a former WWE United States champion were to gain a vocal online following advocating for their push, it is certainly conceivable that Triple H, given his awareness of fan power, would take action. Whether through direct storytelling or adjustments in booking, WWE might respond to this pressure in ways that would not have been possible a decade ago. Now, let's hypothesize the specific case of a former WWE United States champion who could be forced to receive a push following online backlash. Several names come to mind, stars who were once elevated but have since been relegated to mid-card or tag team roles. For instance, a talent like Ali or Ricochet, both of whom have had standout moments in WWE, could be prime examples. Both have been US champion in the past, but have often been underused or not featured in prominent storylines. If these talents were to garner significant fan support online, calling for their rightful return to the spotlight, Triple H might have no choice but to acknowledge the pressure. WWE's business model is heavily dependent on keeping its fanbase engaged, and if that engagement hinges on pushing certain superstars, Triple H may be forced to reconsider his creative direction. The backlash could be less about any specific backstage politics and more about listening to what the fans want, as they are the ones who contribute to the overall success of the product. In conclusion, the possibility of Triple H being forced to push a former WWE United States champion following online backlash is very real. With social media amplifying fan voices and Triple A's acknowledgement of the changing landscape of WWE's creative structure, fan demands can influence the booking decisions at a much higher level than ever before. While Triple H would always strive to balance business, narrative, and talent development, the power of the fans cannot be ignored. If a former US champion were to rise in popularity and the online backlash became loud enough, it would not be surprising to see Triple H respond with a push, much like he has done in the past when confronted with strong fan movements. Ultimately, the line between creative decision-making and fan influence is more blurred than ever before, and that may very well be the driving force behind the future pushes of WWE stars.